Hey guys, Zach the Great here with...
Deacon undefeated. Don't let them say otherwise. I let them win.
No.
My skill kicks in. I get 7 fronts.
No.
It's okay.
Okay, but anyway.
I win.
So we're here today talking about the V Special Series #1 Premium Collection 2019. For this video in particular, we're going to be talking about Stargate. We figured it would be a whole lot easier to split the nations, the 6 nations, into separate videos. So people who want to view the certain cards can view them without having to watch like an hour-long video about all of them. So this video is strictly for the Stargate ones, including the Progenitor Dragon for the set, or for the nation, as well as the Nova Grappler, Link Joker, and D-Police. So starting off, we got the Progenitor of Dragon of the Horizon Limit, or I still don't know how to pronounce that. Origoro? Golem. It's a golem. Just kidding. It's like an alien. The Enigman looks like. But anyway, so it's the grade 4 stride with triple drive, 15,000 power, all that good stuff. But its cost to stride it is to discard a card with the same name as your Vanguard. So it's like an ultimate stride. And then its continuous skill is G-Zone. This card cannot be turned face up by abilities. If this card is face up, you can stride without paying the stride cost. And then its second ability is the Auto Vanguard Circle. When it attacks, cost counterblast 1, and increase or decrease the power of all your opponent's units to 0 until end of turn. So automatically, it reminds me of how I think it was maybe season 2 D-Police back in the good old days, was how like they would decrease power, or even like Murakumo, even really they would decrease power.
Yeah.
So then their numbers wouldn't have to grow any, like, you know, what was it? The original D-Police, the actual Robos would do.
Yeah.
So this one automatically with all the Stargate cards, it decreases the power so numbers can hit easier.
Which is busted in Novas, especially.
Definitely busted, for sure.
Attack, 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 attack.
And we'll get to Novas here in a minute. But, yeah, no, so yeah, it's totally any of the Stargate clans automatically...
They take so much advantage of that.
Yeah, it's almost like
D-Police swinging for huge numbers. Yeah, they delete every single one of your units.
Exactly.
D-Police swinging 89 million trillion at your Vanguard.
Plus a crit.
With no PGs allowed. Hit me with your best shot.
Right. Especially because I know they do... is it the Grand Gallop Stride that they have? I don't know if they play any of these. I'm not a huge premium person, but like...
I didn't pay attention to deeply. I just know they get numbers.
I know they're huge attacks.
They get huge numbers. That's what I know.
But anyway, so yeah, it's just decreasing the power of all of their units so that your attacks go through or have to be guarded with much more shield. That's absolutely insane.
That in and of itself is amazing, but then the ability to free stride after
you can do it again. That's nuts. That's absolutely insane.
It's
you shouldn't be able to do that, but you can.
Very scary because it doesn't get rid of your G zone. It doesn't
it
doesn't burn your cards.
It's not like a Stark where Stark would get the 3 attacks, which is awesome.
Yeah,
it was awesome. But
the triggers would go off and they would help way more than they do now. And it's like, well, now, haha, be at 0, you're basically deleted, and then I'm swinging at you, poking for, they could even be small numbers, and it's still huge.
It's still, at least, even if it was like a 9k attacker.
Yeah, especially in Nova Grapplers with the Excel capabilities, with the multi-attacking capabilities, and then it's just...
It's this thing, in my opinion...
it's amazing.
I'm not sure if it would exactly replace Stark, but I know it's great.
Oh, man,
I wouldn't be mad if you didn't play Stark because of this card.
Yeah.
Because this card is absolutely ridiculous. Easily one of the best ones, for sure.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
But,
oh, man.
It's
just
definitely
the ability to
ridiculous.
to do so much with such a little... You ultimate stride for this, and then you do so much for such a little cost.
Yeah, it's virtually no cost.
Which is crazy.
It's, what do we say, Counterblast 1?
Yeah, Counterblast
1. That's just nothing. That feels like nothing. No cost at all.
There's still the the G-Zone G-Guards can somewhat get around it with some of them, but...
It's like, still, that makes you use your heal triggers for G-Guards. That's literally all it is. It forces you. And then you can go into it some more whenever you feel like. You know, you can only do it up to a max of, 4 times, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Because you still gotta pay that cost.
But... No.
Or no.
No. Yeah, no, you could.
It's still nuts regardless.
Yeah, okay. Moving on to the D-Police one. The Triple R is Strongest Command Chief Final Dimax DX. It is grade 4, 15k, triple drive. Stride Step, you pay it like normal Stride Step. And Auto Vanguard Circle. When it attacks, turn a card in your G-Zone face up, and put all of your rest rear guards into your soul. Reveal 7 cards from the top of your deck. Call cards to rear guards from among them in descending power order up to the number of face-up cards in your G-Zone. Shuffle your deck, and if you put 4 or more units into the soul for the cost, all of your units gain 10,000 and a crit until the end of turn.
Jesus.
So it basically goes with the whole one robot becoming a big robot. Push all of your robots together to get a really big robot.
Giant super bot.
Justice!
Yeah, no, it's pretty good.
Yeah, especially with Force in it. And
Force Clans automatic 10k whenever you.
Well, yeah, and then all of your units gain 10k in a crit.
Right.
That includes itself. So,
somehow, I feel like it doesn't.
It's not as good as it could be, but.
Yeah, no, it's. I think it's really good for the power increase, and to me, that would almost make it feel like it wouldn't be as glass cannony. You know what I mean? Because most of the time, the only one with a crit is your Vanguard, unless you get a crit on your drive checks. That card in particular, with the grade 1, right?
Shit. I didn't think about that.
Laurel
much.
is its name, I think.
Yeah. Holy crap! I didn't
because
think
it's a
about
re-standard. That's nuts.
It's the OG one.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Holy crap!
It doesn't, with all that cost, with all that ability. That's ridiculous.
I didn't think about that.
Not at first. No, because that's such an old card.
Yeah.
It's the original from Season 1.
Yeah, but
that's so old.
Oh, God. And just the adding power to the Vanguard, and then the Vanguard getting the 10k and the crit, and then all of this awesome stuff going on, and then calling in...
swing twice, twin drive 4 times.
If you have the new crit in the deck and you happen to top deck it, won't that skill go off when it attacks too, so you can counterblast push into soul for another 10,000 on your Vanguard? Because it's all going through the same step. It's still in the process of attacking. I don't know, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I believe that's how it would work. You would attack with it, call all of them, call that one specifically behind your Vanguard, I think it's a boost. I think it has to boost. I don't know. Whatever it is, regardless, it's still amazing.
No, yeah, definitely.
This card in and of itself
that card's
is
pretty
amazing.
Nuts, for sure.
Because for every card face up in your G-Zone, that's... it's crazy.
But the problem, too, is that, I'm not super, like I was saying, I'm not super into premium. So, all this research, we're probably missing out on a lot of combos with that deck.
I'm really only for the combos with, Narukami and the new Heteroron Stride.
I played D-Police for a hot
history build Stride.
So,
which I'm excited for.
It was nothing even premium, so, I'm sure I'm missing a lot. Feel free to list some combos in the comments. That doesn't really bother us. But yeah, give some insight on that. Anyway, moving on, we're going to the Noblecrop new stride, which is pretty nuts.
Worst clan in the
Universe Ace Bustard. So it got a new stride, because I know there was an original one that restood. So anyway, it is obviously the grade 4 with 15k power and triple drive and all that good stuff. So its stride, it's just discard a 3, whatever. And then its skill is Auto Vanguard Circle. When your rear guard stands, cost Soul Blast 1. Turn a card from your G-Zone face up, and this unit gets drive +1 until end of turn. And then its other skill is an Auto Vanguard Circle as well. At the end of the battle that it attacked, if this card's drive is 5 or more, cost, discard 3 cards from your hand, stand this unit, and it gets drive -5 until end of turn.
Let's just
That's
talk about
nuts. That's so nuts.
The favorite champ, and he's
favorite. Okay, so what's
finish.
funny is back in the good old days, where that winning champ and all those cards just came out. Your first stride would always be winning champ, and you'd set up with all the cards in your G zone. You'd restand, pressure them, and then your second ride would most of the time be favorite champ. What's funny about this is this can be your first ride now.
Yeah.
This can be your first ride now. And this is a restander already. And it's got multiple drive checks. So depending on what units you get, you'd replace it with, or you wouldn't replace it. You would ride it first. You'd have those 2 in the back row that counterblast 1, throw it in the soul, restand rear guard after boosting. And then that's 1 restand.
That's a restand.
You do on both sides.
The soul.
Right, as well.
So that's
the soul.
2 free soul blasts.
It basically acts like a mix between winning champ and I want to say, well, obviously the old Bustard, but like I want to say winning champ and favorite champ mixed into one card. Because if you remember correctly, favorite champ back in the day, you absolutely needed a couple face up cards in the G zone to do his skill,
and now
and restand him. So basically, how I see it is you. Obviously, you can do Excel and all that now. So more than likely, I imagine you doing this. You have something with an Excel unit, you ride it, you get an additional rear guard circle,
Azure Dragon.
you stride,
ride
because
Azure
you draw
for your first, and everything like that, and then you stride into this. It's like,
but then that's
attack.
The thing is, you if you did with the Excels, you'd have automatically that's 3 rear guard circles you're attacking with right off the bat. So let's say you had all the combo pieces like you would back in the day with winning champ. You'd call those 2 grade 1s behind something that can restand,
like your what's the Fish Boy?
Fish Boy, Galshachi.
Yeah, there's
and there was one more, the Ninja.
Yeah, yep.
So,
those 2 together, it's
either one of those 2.
God.
You use the starter skill, or not the starter, the grade 1 to restand it. That's 1. Attack. Do the other side, restand it, that's 2.
Yeah.
Then attack its skill, restand this one, that's 3. Attack this one's skill, restand, that's 4. And then your Excel marker can attack, swing, skill, restand, that's 5. Right off the bat, that's your 10 drive checks with your Vanguard. And then you attack with him, 10 drive checks.
-5.
And then you restand, and he's got -5, it's 5 drive checks. So you're adding all these pieces to your hand, all this defense, all these cards to your hand. And that's just with, you'd have to have perfect cards to do it, but that's just that example. That's nuts.
Take into account Brutal Jackson, Scarlet Bird, and Premium. Rest 2, restand 2. That's immediately 2 right there. Scarlet Bird, restand the 4.
The whole field.
So that's 6 right there on top of your already 3. So that's the 9 right there. He can have anywhere from 9 on your very first, pushing into soul. So 9, attack, skill, restand, that's 10. Attack, skill, restand, that's 11. Restand this, that's 12. Then restand your others with skills that you have from your back row stuff. Or even if you didn't go into Azure Dragon, you have your on-stride skill from your original 11K grade 3 to restand something on attack from something.
Victor.
Yeah.
I think it's Zubat, who virtually does the same thing without the main
and
attacking.
Now you have so many attacks. Attack with your Vanguard, restand, attack, restand, attack.
I feel like most people would probably play the Azure build because Azure and Victor just seem like absolutely ridiculous. But either way, Buster is nuts. And then I'm guaranteeing that the turn afterwards, you probably go into either the Progenitor or Favorite Champ and kill him. Just stomp him.
You could even go into the Progenitor before that to get them already at a high enough damage to where you're swinging for 12 attacks.
So then, your restand is going to be super crazy. And because
terrifying.
triggers are also way higher. I almost want to say they'd play fronts, or they could play fronts.
Oh,
that's
definitely.
Not 100%.
You could play, or even do the crits,
even
and do
if
that
you
new
did
crit
crits
for premium.
It doesn't really matter.
Terrifying.
I think they probably play crits because
just the
Azure plays.
Restanding Vanguard.
But either way, that's
checks.
still nuts. Absolutely insane. That's
it's
almost
crazy.
That's almost tier 1. Even tier 0 territory. For sure.
Yeah, it is tier 0. The amount of attacks you get just off of
the amount of awesome strides that Novas have already, and then adding this one and the Progenitor, that's looks like tier 0 meta to me, to be honest.
Well, yeah. Unless if you have the going up against Kagero and then nuke your back row and then nuke some of your front row. That's the only way to stop it.
The Kagero
get off nuking. And Narukami has the retire and bind all the rested units in your opponent's front row. So if they swing with their Vanguard, prevent them from ever getting the restands again because they're not gonna. They're playing stands.
Right. Yeah.
I forgot stands were a thing until just right now. Jesus.
It's just nuts. That card is absolutely
dropping
ridiculous.
the 3 at some point doesn't even matter. You'll
That
deck
card's
yourself
busted.
out before the 3
Yeah,
matters.
that card's definitely busted.
Oh god.
Well,
okay, so
busted.
yeah, we're done with Buster.
Okay, so
moving
yeah,
on to the
finally.
Joker one. Death Star Vader Glue Ball Avalanche. This art looks awesome. It's grade 4 with triple drive, 15k. Stride is normal. Continuous G zone. If you have 2 or more Death Star Vader Glue Ball Avalanche in your G zone, when your opponent's card would be unlocked, bind it face down instead. That's awesome. Then act Vanguard Circle once per turn. Soul Blast 1 and turn a card from your G zone face up. Choose 2 of your opponent's rear guards, lock them. And for each of your opponent's locked cards and face down cards in his or her bind zone, all of your front row units gain power plus 2,000 till the end of turn.
Dude.
So you can somewhat pay for the binding them face down cost by flipping one of him over in the G zone. And then the Soul Blast to turn a card face up, that shouldn't really matter. I don't know, you played the Star Vaders.
But I feel like it could. It depends. It really does depend. It's not that bad, but
it's not amazing.
It's not.
But
like
at the same time, the +2 for locked and bound face down cards, whereas
it definitely adds numbers for sure.
Well, this effect goes off in the G zone, so at the end of their turn, when they unlock their stuff, it just immediately bind it, and it's face down. So Gears, if they're playing a Mystery Flare Premium standard mashup deck, which I don't think would be a thing that you'd want to play, that doesn't really do anything. It gets rid of the Time Leap stuff. It gets rid of the Nova Grappler stuff. It gets rid of literally any stuff.
That's the one issue with even playing against that card is that the only way you can get around it, really, because obviously with the whole...
Prevent them from striding.
You have to... Well, even then, they still have the abilities with other rear cards and all that. But it'd have to be resist. Resist cards would be like the only way I could see it being stopped. And even then, lock is such a deadly mechanic in the first place.
Yeah, it's...
Lock is insanely deadly. The only thing that even, like... I know Messiahs are not even out yet, but like the Messiah stuff with all their new locking stuff. And that's only locking theirs, though. But lock back in G-Era was absolutely ridiculous.
Well, yeah.
Remember how busted Chaos Breaker was?
I do. I remember losing. I remember not liking it.
Chaos Breaker Close when he came out, Crisis. Those cards made that deck super nuts. The mechanic of lock was ridiculous. Being able to Omega Lock. And then this gives them power for that lock. Which, and then obviously the Pregnator as well. I mean...
Pregnator.
The Progenitor? God, I keep forgetting how to say that name.
Dragon.
Later being able to go into that. It's beneficial, but it's not...
You'd probably
it doesn't
honestly
well
do that first.
It's
it's kind of like a delete without delete. And then after that you strike for free. So it's like a double FU. It's like a middle finger on top of an already middle finger deck.
Yeah, no,
so it's like the
Joker's already just like, like the middle finger grew. It's like you blew into a glove and it just bubbles up for you.
And only that finger.
But, so I guess overall there's talk about how the meta would be.
The one that is affected greatly is Nova Grappler. But there's so many other good strides that came out that I feel like there's a lot of these that are equally balanced with the other stuff that came out aside from Nova Grappler, of course.
So for this nation, if I had to rate The, I guess, strides for each nation.
Nova Grappler, Nova Grappler, Nova Grappler.
Nova Grappler up top. I would argue I would probably argue Link Joker at second best.
Just because of
Lock and how deadly that mechanic is. And then I'd go last place, Deep Police. Deep Police has always been glass cannon, but this card makes it feel less glass cannony. It gives it actual like real pressure,
gives it
especially with force as the mechanic that they could do. But overall, Nova's number one of all three, and the Progenitor. I don't know. Would we could rate it out of all of them right now? Right?
I think it's just the best because Nova Grappler. That's the
well,
reason
with
why
that nation in particular, I would say with Nova Grappler, it's very well. I don't know if it would be the best.
The multi-attacks
but
on zero power is
sure.
what I'm thinking of is you constant attack at a zero power base Vanguard. But
I think it's nuts. I think it's pretty damn nuts.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that basically covers it. The Stargate strides along with their Progenitor. We're going to be making more videos on the other Progenitor dragons along with the strides for every other nation. So tune in for those videos if you would like. Please, for the love of God, like and subscribe and follow us on Instagram.
Yes.
Please comment your opinions on the Progenitor dragon for this. Any of the strides if you want. That would be pretty nice to have that discussion. And we will see you next time.